Hello everyone, good evening. I'm Bukomi. Welcome to City on Hill. City on Hill is a platform that encourages both young and old on how to navigatively start any projects or plans that you have in mind. For as many that's been participating and following this program, I hope you have taken those brilliant bold steps that will turn your life around for good and you have good story to tell. Don't mind the challenges that you may come across. Just see them as stepping stone that you can conquer. Just keep on following this program, so when I bring our guests, you'll be able to understand vividly what they are actually talking about. If you don't follow from the very beginning of the training, you might not really understand what our guests are trying to explain to us. So you can download the previous trainings so that you'll be able to follow up and understand very well. So this week we are going to talk about some skills that are required in setting goals. There are some essential skills required for successful goal setting and achievement. If you can't achieve the goal you have set, it is possible that the problem lies in one or more of those areas, which is planning, self-motivation, time management, flexibility, self-regulation, commitment, and focus. Let's discuss this in a bit. Planning. The old adage that says if you fail to plan, you plan to fail is applicable to successful goal achievement. Low quality planning negatively affects performance. In relation to goal, through proper planning, we can prioritize and maintain focus on the task at hand while avoiding distraction that can draw you away from the end goal. Another skills required in setting goal is self-motivation. Without the desire to achieve, our attempt at goal setting are doomed to fail. Motivation to achieve a goal encourages you to develop new techniques and skills in order to succeed. Motivation also keeps you going, which serves as a powerful contributor to goal attainment. Next skills required in goal setting is time management. This is very important and is a useful skill across many facets of life, including goal setting. If you properly consider the time scale required to attain a goal, you will inevitably fail. The time you allocate to planning your goals directly impacts your task performance. More time spent on the planning stage, the more likely you will succeed. The next skill is flexibility. At some point, things aren't going to be as planned. Just have that in mind. It might even be vice versa. So having the flexibility to adapt to barriers, the preference to sustain your efforts and to carry on in the face of adversity is essential to reach your goals. The next skill is self-regulation. You need to manage and regulate your own emotion in order to promote your personal and social goals. With developed emotional intelligence, it gives you the ability to efficiently consider and describe motivational goals, the aims and the missions. The next skills required is commitment and focus. So here, if we are not committed to our goal setting will not work. It is imperative that goals are important and relevant on a personal level and that we know we are capable of attaining or at the very least making substantial progress towards a goal. So now, how often should we review our goals? Once your goal is set, it's important for you to revisit and reassess them. Reviewing goals affords the opportunity to reassess progress and to ensure that they are still relevant. Some goals can be achieved relatively quickly, while others take time and requires patience and lasting motivation to continue them. What is more certain is that you should plan to review your goal regularly. This makes you updated on the goal you are set to achieve. It may be good for you to review this on a weekly basis, depending on your schedule. So being aware of your progress allows opportunity to alter your actions and your goals so as not to undermine the hard work you have already put in. Perhaps when things aren't going as planned, a regular review allows you to reflect on the difficulty of the goals you have set. Is the goal more challenging than you expected? Regular goal reviews ensure the goal is still relevant. So, is this still what you want to achieve? If you don't check in on your progress, you can lose sight of your ultimate aim, which will result in disappointment and frustration and less motivation to achieve your goals when you first began your journey. So, essentially, reviewing your goals ensures that you are monitoring your progress in relation to successes and failures. It gives you the chance to analyze the good and bad so that you can regroup, build on that knowledge, and improve future goal setting strategies. So, how can we best achieve goals we set? There are some ways we can quickly achieve the goals that we set. Pick goals that are smart. The SMART protocols offers a guide to help steer you towards setting goals that are suited to your abilities, timely and measurable. If you are unsure of the goal setting process, the SMART framework, SMART, will offer a sense of check to ensure your goals are the best they can be. The first principle is specific, which is S. Be as specific as possible when setting your goals. Look at the why, the what, where, how. So, these are the questions you should ask. What do you want to achieve? How will I get there? When should I have them achieved? The next best way you can achieve your goal is measurable. Having a goal which you have quantified makes it a lot easier to track your progress. Another best way you can achieve your goal is the goals you set need to be grounded in the reality, lest you set yourself up for disappointment. Another best way of achieving goal is relevant. Try as much as possible to make your goal relevant. Focus more on the subjective why. Is the goal something you actually want to achieve, or does it stem from external pressure? Another way is time specific. Be time specific. Create a clear yet achievable time scale. Deadline, minimize the reward versus time component. Be explicit about the time span or the deadline. Be specific in your date to improve clarity. So it is also very important to write down your goal. It may seem like an unnecessary additional effort, but there is value in putting pen to paper. Write down your goal and think carefully about the steps involved to get there. The very act of writing something down improves recalls, and having a physical reminder of what you want to achieve means you can check in and review it anytime. Put a plan into action and review it regularly. This is very, very important. Consider the time scale in which you wish to achieve your targets. So now, if your goal is a particularly challenging one, break it down into smaller and more manageable goals that culminate into attaining your main goal. Rather than saying, I want a promotion, consider the smaller steps that will help you get to that goal. So here, whatever you decide, ensure it's right for you. Keep it specific and review your progress often. How we articulate goals to ourselves is directly proportional to the outcome of our efforts. However, more specific goals will be much more effective. Rethink your objectives by presenting them in a more specific terms. Then build on that. Reward yourself for your success, but don't punish yourself for failure. Acknowledge your success and the positive emotion that may accompany it. It is important to be resilient in the face of adversity. Reassess your goal. Goal setting is more about what you can realistically accomplish rather than an idealistic vision of what you hope you can achieve. Thank you for joining edition. Don't forget to follow and like YouTube channel Akanbi Oluwabunmi, same name on Audiomack as well. Don't forget to drop your question. I would like to hear your feedback also. Try to download and to listen over and over again. Stay tuned. Thank you.